Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for?
Most nights I don't know anymore. This is it, boys, this is what are we waiting for? Why don't we break the rules already? I was never one to believe the hype. Say that for the black and white. Try twice as hard and I'm half just like. But here they come again, they check my style. That's alright. Found a martyr in my bed tonight. She stops my bones from wondering just who I am, who I am, who I am. Oh, who am I?
Some nights I wish that this all would end, 'cause I could use some friends for a change. Some nights I'm scared you'll forget me again. Some nights I always win. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for?
Most nights I don't know. So come on. Well, that is it, guys. That is all. 5 minutes in and I'm bored again. 10 years of this and I'm not sure if anybody understands. This one is not for folks at home. Sorry to leave, mother has to go. Who the hell wants to die alone? All dried up in the desert sun. But it's breaking for my sister and the call that she called. When I look into my nephew's eyes, man, you wouldn't believe the most amazing things that can come from some terrible night. The other night you wouldn't believe the dream I just had about you and me. Called you up and we both agreed. So the best you didn't listen. So the best we get our distance. Oh, so the best you didn't listen. So the best we get our distance.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for?
Most nights I don't know anymore. This is it, boys, this is what are we waiting for? Why don't we break the rules already? I was never one to believe the hype. Say that for the black and white. Try twice as hard.
makes our school really unique is the final piece. All of our work is framed and inspired and animated by our commitment to teaching Jewish values, to developing Jewish identity, and to working and living in a Jewish community. We are confronting ethical dilemmas in study of philosophy, and we're teaching Jewish ethics, right? We're looking at humanities and creation myths, and we're comparing them to Jewish beliefs. We have this beautiful 1,000-year-old tradition that creates a framework for all of our work here. In addition, in our Jewish studies and our Jewish life courses, we work very hard to develop the skills and knowledge and purpose and passion. So that is really how Gann stands out from other schools. Now, as I mentioned, it's very easy to get in high school, and you may have heard about this, to get wrapped up in the future. And I would encourage everyone as they begin their high school journey to not get caught up about learning for the future only, because there's something about the experience, as Dewey wrote so insightfully, about just learning for its own sake. And here, the experience of learning is really what it's about. You know, when I first came to Gann, I would meet students who walked onto a baseball team and picked up coding and picked up pottery. They're not doing it to be world class, but they're doing it to have the experience of learning. And that is a huge value at Gann that I think also makes it distinct from other schools. Question number 2, you may be sitting here on this beautiful day with your family wondering, high school, that seems so far away. These students look so happy, but will I belong? Is this for me? And I want to talk about belonging because so much of high school is about that feeling of belonging. Here we think about all the different dimensions of belonging. So each year we welcome 9th graders from between 20 to 25 different middle schools. There's a real diversity of students in terms of their backgrounds and the type of pathways that have made them come to us. Diversity of interests, diversity of religious backgrounds and practices, diversity of identities, racial identities, cultural identities, sexual identities. There's a real diversity of notions of belonging and a real respect and appreciation for that difference. Question number 3, how do we support the needs of families? I'm really proud to announce that this year, over 55% of our students are receiving some form of financial aid. We are committed to making this school experience work for your family, and we do it in many diverse ways. We have a Within Reach program for middle income families. We have traditional financial aid programs. We have pioneer programs for families who've never before been in Jewish day schools. We have a Partners program for colleagues who work in Jewish fields. And finally, this past spring, we started a new fund for those who have been impacted by COVID-19. If you are interested in Gann, we will make it work for you. Finally, I want to just end by talking about the last 6 months, which have not been usual for any school or any individual. We're really proud to stand before you that we opened. I think we were one of the first high schools to open in the Boston area in late August. We really reimagined, how this could work under these circumstances. We listened to our families, we listened to our teachers, we listened to our students. We thought really hard about how to create all of the things we wanted to do. And we're really proud that we've met people's needs this fall. So here are a few pictures of the past few months, because you'll notice that the pictures today, you'll see students with both masks on and masks off, so you can tell sort of when they were taken. We've tried to, in the past few months, ensure that our students have access to every component of the program. We have a lot of outdoor time and wellness time, as well as other pieces of our curriculum. I'll end here by showing, one of the things I'm the most proud of the past few months is that we were so worried that this new normal would really depreciate the quality of our teaching, because we pride ourselves in having very progressive and student-centric teaching pedagogies. And our wonderful teachers have really thought about how to keep on doing what they do. So you'll see here Chavruta, which is a Jewish partnership learning. Kids are sitting in hallways with masks 6 feet apart, learning together. We're doing group work in the hallways. We're still able to do our student-centric pedagogy, even with masks on 6 feet apart. So the answer to the third question is we will work with you and we'll meet your needs. I will end here, but there is so much more. Please be in touch with us and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hockman. We would now like to share with you a brief video that highlights the many safety measures and protocols that Gann's leadership implemented over the summer to keep everyone's health and safety a priority so students can return for Gann's in-campus learning.
A Gann education ignites the possibilities and brilliance that lie within all our students. We have spent the past few months planning for a safe return to in-person learning. Our reopening plan not only continues Gann's tradition of excellence, but helps our community shine even brighter. There is only one theme that can describe our reopening this fall. Gann Biyachad, Gann together. With your support, Gann is reinventing what it means to learn together. We are continuing to learn together, explore together, have fun together, build Jewish identities together, and ignite new possibilities together. It just looks a little different. Gann Biyachad. Thank you for supporting Gann Academy.
I would now like to introduce our amazing Assistant Head for Teaching and Learning, Ms. Lily Rabinoff-Goldman.
Thank you, Noga. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you. My name is Lily Rabinoff-Goldman. I'm the Assistant Head of School for Teaching and Learning. And this is my 11th year at Gann, which is pretty hard to believe. I'm so excited to welcome so many of you to our community today, and I can't wait to be able to meet you in person. I want to spend our time together today talking about what it means to learn in community. Community is one of those words we hear a lot at Gann. Jewish community, student community, parent community. Often it refers to people knowing one another deeply and well, sticking up for one another, supporting and cheering one another on. And all of these are amazing pieces of being a Gann student. We work really hard at Gann to help our students understand how to take care of one another, and that is a precious and a rare thing. It is one of the elements of a Gann education we're most proud of. But let's be honest, you don't need a school to have community. So let's talk about what it means to learn in community. Gann students and alumni often say that the thing that made their experience at Gann so special is the relationship they have with their teachers. It's true that Gann teachers are amazing, smart, caring, and creative. But what's significant about these relationships is that they're built around a desire to help each student ask themselves, who am I? Who do I want to become? And what are the steps it takes for me to get there? And then the teachers become their partners and guides along the way. When a whole school is asking themselves these questions and helping one another answer them, students are able to learn and do amazing things and be on a pathway to being their best selves. And we're all doing it together. Each individual's learning pathway is contributing to our entire community and hopefully to the world. Here's an example of what I mean. My wonderful colleague, Layla Goodman, who is one of our biology teachers, pivoted last spring to do a unit on COVID, data, and racism. The class learned about the biology of the virus and how it affects the lungs and immune system. They examined and analyzed data on economics, air quality, access to healthcare, and asthma rates, and began to make observations and draw conclusions about the relationship between systematic inequality that they saw in the data and the impact of COVID across the country. That unit challenged Layla's students to understand biological sciences and data sets, critical thinking skills we want all of our students to develop, and to apply them in novel ways that impacted them as learners and as human beings in this moment that was unfolding in front of them. And though I love Layla a lot, her class is not unique in this way. In just a few minutes, you're going to hear from Dr. Adam Marshak, our 9th grade dean and humanities teacher, and Elena Morgan, our world languages department chair and Spanish teacher, who are going to show you what teaching and learning at Gann look like in real time. but I want to share with you just a little bit more of the integrated, challenging, and meaningful work that our students and teachers are doing. In adaptive design, which focuses on creating a more inclusive world, 4 of our 12th grade students are working through design and fabrication processes to prototype custom devices for individuals with special needs. In personal musicianship, our students are working with each other and their teacher to develop individualized learning experiences that target their own personal goals as musicians and artists. And this was really fun. Last week, as I walked through our library, I overheard a senior coming out of her BC calculus class, which is one of the most rigorous math classes we offer. And she was reflecting on a particularly excellent lesson, saying, "Why is calculus so easy?" I obviously wish that had been my experience in calculus. I bring these examples because I'm proud of our students and our teachers for the creative, innovative, and purposeful work they're doing in their classrooms. But also, I bring these examples because what makes academic excellence and community at Gann distinctive and exceptional is that this is not an either or. Students at Gann have their own particular pathways, guided by dedicated faculty members who are committed to offering them transformative learning experiences. As a result, both individually and collectively, they achieve tremendous things. It is that experience of learning in community that sets Gann apart. I'll leave you with this thought. You have already heard a lot about Gann today, and you're about to be hearing a lot more from faculty members, students, and alumni. As you listen, engage, and learn today, my hope is that you're going to be inspired to ask yourself, who am I? Who do I want to become? And what role can Gann play to get me there? So to get us started, we're about to join Dr. Adam Marshak, our 9th grade dean, and a few current Gann students to see a humanities mini lesson, which I hope that you enjoy. So thank you so much, and we look forward to getting to know all of you.
Hello, welcome. I'm so glad to see all of you, even if only virtually. My name is Dr. Adam Marshak, and I have been at the school now for 14 years. I began my time at Gann as a history teacher, and now I've been a class dean for the last 4 years. My PhD is in ancient history, but I've also taught classes in early Christianity, the history of infrastructure, and for the past 12 years, I've also taught a senior elective on the Holocaust. And so what you're going to see today is a little bit of a mini lesson that we did a couple of days ago, actually in class. So you're getting about a 10-minute version of our actual class. And in 9th grade, we are doing an interdisciplinary humanities class. We are examining the history and literature of several cultures across space and time, including ancient Greece, early modern Christianity, the Aztec world, and modern Islam. In this course, we conduct our analysis of literary texts and world cultures and history through a sequential framework. Next slide, please. What you can see in this sequential framework is how we approach our study of the humanities. We begin with the students asking questions. What are they interested in? What do they want to learn? What do they not know yet? Then what we ask them to do is we ask them to observe, we ask them to gather evidence, we ask them to analyze, and we ask them to reflect. This framework reflects our philosophical approach to knowledge, that we should seek first to investigate and understand, and then, and only then, can we consider and conclude. In this way, you as students develop a mature and resilient sense of identity as well as moral agency within a safe and supportive environment. And it enables you to go out into the wider world once you leave Gann with that strong sense of both identity and moral agency. The goal is for all of our students to graduate from Gann being able to understand many different ideologies and cultures that continue to be hugely influential globally. In this way, we firmly believe that we will prepare all of our students to articulate their own beliefs from a place of both knowledge and confidence. Additionally, we do believe that by approaching our investigations from these multiple perspectives and using these multiple lenses, we are better able to really focus on the fundamental skills that we know are so important to you for the next 3 years, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, and for the rest of your life. Critical thinking, critical speaking, writing, collaborating. And so I could talk about this for another couple of minutes, but what I really want to do is show it to you, because Gann really is about showing, not telling. And so to help me out, I actually have 2 students who are both students in my 9th grade classes, Zach Gilbert and Sophie Burke. And if you guys could wave, and you'll now see them spotlighting. So next slide, please. So what I'm going to show you is something that my students actually saw both in person and digitally, and I'm going to have them demonstrate to you a little bit of what we did. So right now we are in the middle of the play Antigone. We're about to start it, and the students actually don't really know what the play is about yet. We're going to read it in a couple of days, but what we wanted them to do is to actually look at these posters and to maybe get a sense of what this play could be about. So Zach, Sophie, using our sequential framework, start by observing these posters. These are all posters from various productions. Now let's gather evidence. Once you've looked at these for a little bit, what are some objective things that you notice in these posters?
Okay, so the first thing I notice is of the poster on the left is Antigone facing the back, where a bunch of girls are facing the front. And that kind of gives me the idea that she's maybe an outcast in her like town or in her school, or that she's unwanted and doesn't really belong.
Okay, so you notice that she's in the hallway looking at a bunch of students who are looking at her, and you're interpreting from there. Okay, great. Zach, go ahead. What do you notice? Take one or all of them.
Kind of adding on to Sophie, I noticed the girl on the far right kind of has a look of, it almost looks like disgust, sort of. So maybe Antigone doesn't really fit in, isn't really like a part, or maybe isn't like your average Greek child.
Okay, so you're saying a look of disgust, and that leads you to believe, you're saying that maybe she doesn't fit in. What tells you in that poster that this girl looking at her is looking disgusted? What aspects of her face?
She just seems to kind of be like squinting her eyes a little bit,
Okay.
and like wrinkling her nose a little bit.
Okay, and what about the other posters? What do you notice? So we've looked at that poster, we've looked at that representation. What other posters do you see?
I noticed that there's a snake around her neck in one of the posters, and then the one next to that, she's kind of like kneeling over, and that kind of gives me the idea of like sadness, like despair, and like death almost.
Mm-hmm. Zach,
Yeah.
what's another thing that you notice?
In the poster on the far right, that's like mainly black and white. It looks like she's sort of all alone in a dark room, and then there's someone, like the shadow of someone standing in the doorway. Maybe like that just kind of shows how she's like in her own like room, in her own world, really, and does her own thing.
Okay.
Going off of what Zach said in that poster, like where she's alone, I also see that there's a spotlight on her, which almost like gives me the idea that she's very important and that a lot of things rely on her while she's also alone and isolated.
All right, so take all of your evidence. What do you think this play is about? I mean, remember, to the audience and also, all of you, like, this is just a guess based on these posters. So gather your evidence, make a claim. What do you think this play is about?
A girl who's really just like trying to get through life, but she really doesn't fit in, and stuff's not really going her way, I guess.
Okay. Sophie, what do you think?
I think Antigone is about like a Greek like girl, like maybe a daughter of a king, like of some royalty, and a lot of like her future like relies on her, and like the future of her kingdom like relies on her, and she's like really important, but at the same time she's not like liked and accepted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what we see here is that both of my students who have not actually read the play, they're going to start it in a couple of days. They've gathered the evidence from these posters. They've observed, they've asked questions, they've worked off of each other, they've collaborated. With that evidence, they're now making claims. And as it turns out, for those of you who have read Antigone, they're actually pretty close, pretty spot on. And so, but yeah, I know Zach's smiling because he's like, yeah. All right, so Sophie, now that you guys know that you're actually very close to what the play is about, I mean, it's a little different, but these are obviously modern productions of it. What other questions do you have? So thinking that you're going to be reading this play for the next couple of weeks, discussing it, what do you want to know? What's interesting to you, Zach, to you, Sophie, that you would want to think about as you're reading the play?
Well, so assuming that we were correct about her not fitting in and being very different, I'm wondering if there's like one big thing that makes her not fit in, or it's just a bunch of little things, and like every little thing she does or the way she thinks, or if there's like one big thing like her hair color or something. I don't know.
So you're wondering about whether it's one thing or a couple of things of why she doesn't fit in? Okay, Sophie, what are you wondering?
I'm really curious about like the history like behind her. Like I feel like she couldn't make such a big impact like on herself to like make her so unwanted. So I'm thinking there's some sort of like history with her like parents or her brothers or something, like to show like why she's like this, and I want to know the history of.
Well, thank you, Zach and Sophie, for really doing an excellent job, not only of analyzing, but also of demonstrating to our visitors exactly how a Gann class works. And so, like, as you can see, the students are at the center of the learning. Their analysis, their observations, their reflections, and ultimately their questions and their interest is what drives our classes. And in 14 years, what I would say is, if there's one thing that sets a Gann classroom apart from any other classroom that I've worked in, any other classroom that I've been in as a student, it really is that they are the center. You, the students, are the center of our work. We interact with you are ultimately, it's your interests, your passions, your questions that drive the learning and drive the critical thinking. And so again, thank you, Zach. Thank you, Sophie. Excellent job. Hopefully you're really excited even more to now read Antigone with the class. And thank you for joining us for our humanities mini lesson this afternoon. Up next is a Spanish mini lesson hosted by the Department Chair of World Languages, Elena Morgan, and her students, Leah and Jordan. Bye everyone for now. I hope to see you again soon. And please reach out if you have any additional questions about either Antigone or about the humanities class in general.
Hola, bienvenidos a la clase de español en Gann Academy. Soy Elena Morgan. I'm Elena Morgan, and besides teaching Spanish, I am, as you heard, the chair of the World Languages Department that offers Arabic, French, and Spanish. I'm originally from Argentina, and this is my 19th year at Gann, and I absolutely love teaching here. I am really excited to have you all here today in this Spanish mini lesson and to be able to give you at least a glimpse of what we do. Joining us today are also two of our amazing students who love Spanish so much that they didn't want to miss this either. Leah in 11th grade and Jordan, 12th grade. Gracias, chicos. Learning a foreign language is like embarking on a journey. So students travel around, in this case, the Spanish-speaking world, to learn vocabulary and grammar in the context of culture. Since the essence of language is communication, our classes are entirely conducted in the target language. We use authentic material like movies, songs, and literature. We even have a collection of books and audiobooks in the school library in those languages. We don't give tests, and students get assessed through their work in class and a variety of projects, right, Jordan and Leia? Today, we are going to do an activity that incorporates all of the elements that I mentioned: grammar, vocabulary, and culture. Normally, we would do it totally in Spanish, of course, but we're going to do it in some kind of bilingual modality for the sake of comprehension. So although we have done a similar activity in Leia's and Jordan's classes, we haven't done this exact one. So let's see where they will take us. So let's get started. Are you ready, Jordan and Leia? Shall we go for it? Okay, so the idea here, behind these squares and rectangles, there's a painting hidden, and we're going to discover and reveal it gradually to see what's behind this. So we are going to use, and anybody out there, you can start thinking also about it. I'm giving you some expressions that you can use, like yo veo, I see, parece, it seems, I, there is or there are, or creo que, I think or I believe. So let's see what you think you will be seeing here. I'm going to reveal the first part, okay? So Jordan y Leia, ¿qué ven aquí? ¿Qué ven? What do you see here? Leia, go ahead, just jump in.
Okay, yo veo muchas frutas.
Muchas frutas. Okay, Jordan, ¿ves algo diferente, algo más?
Sí, muchas frutas, una uvas.
Ah, hay uvas. Sí, there are grapes, lots of fruit. ¿Les gustan estas frutas? Do you guys like these fruits?
Sí.
Okay, ¿dónde están las frutas? Where are they? ¿Están en una mesa? Are they on a table? ¿Están
No.
en una caja? ¿Es un contenedor?
Sí, en
Okay,
una
it's a
caja.
box. ¿Están en el piso? On the floor?
Sí.
Parece que sí. Okay. Oh, ¿y ahora qué vemos?
Hay un perro con las frutas.
Oh, hay un perro. Let's make it bigger so that you... Oh, un perro. ¿De qué color es el perro? What color is the dog?
Es gris y blanco.
Okay. ¿Algo más que podemos decir de esta pequeña imagen? Something else we can say about this image?
Well, el perro es un poco grande, no es muy pequeño.
Okay, the dog is a little bit big, not too small. Okay, ¿algo más? ¿Tiene collar el perro? Does it have a collar? Oh, okay. Esto es medio extraño, ¿verdad? Something strange here. Okay, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué no tiene collar? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está el perro? Where is it? Why doesn't it have a collar?
Está afuera.
Okay, está
No
afuera.
es un perro de casa.
Okay, no es un perro de la casa, it's outdoors, not a house dog. Okay, otra imagen más, ¿qué vemos?
No sé en español, pero yo veo un kite con un niño.
Okay, how could we explain what a kite is using other words? A ver, ¿qué?
Lo que volando cuando hay el viento.
Oh, very good. We can fly that when there's wind. Muy bien. Kite, entonces, es una cometa. Some people call it barrilete, depending on the country you are in. Okay, muy bien. ¿Y qué colores tiene este kite? What color does it have?
Verde, blanco y azul, muchos colores.
Muchos colores. ¿Qué más hay en esta imagen? ¿Qué más? What else do we see?
Hay otro hombre al lado del niño.
Hay un hombre al lado del niño. There's another guy next to the boy. Okay. ¿Qué más? We are revealing more stuff here. Okay, ¿qué?
Aquí también hay otro hombre y hay un fondo.
Hay un fondo, the background. ¿Cómo es el fondo? What does the background look like?
El cielo.
Bien, es el cielo, it's the sky.
Quizás hay una isla con una casa.
Oh, Jordan is saying there might be an island in the background with some kind of building there. Okay, ahora, dijiste que hay un hombre, okay, there's a man there. ¿Cuántos años tiene más o menos este hombre? How old do you think he is?
No sé, no pienso que es un adulto, pero no pienso que
es un niño, como el niño en la.
Okay, it doesn't look like an adult, but maybe not a little kid either. Okay, seguimos. Más.
Muchos niños.
Muchos niños. Okay. ¿Y qué están haciendo estos niños? ¿Qué hacen? Let's move on. ¿Qué hacen estos niños?
¿Están hablando o están? Sí.
Okay, están hablando. Es un grupo de niños. And now the truth will get revealed. ¿Qué hace este grupo de niños? What do they do? ¿Qué hay aquí?
Oh, hay un
Una pelota.
Sí.
Sí, es una pelota de fútbol. It's soccer. Okay, so this is a team that plays soccer.
Incredibly boring.
Bravo. This is a painting by a famous Argentine painter, Antonio Berni. And this is a soccer team that didn't have money to buy the same t-shirts for everybody. So he wants to show the reality of these poor people in that moment, in that society. So this was an example of how students can use the language that they have learned to speak about different topics, like this one, in this case, this painting. I hope that you enjoyed this class and that we will soon meet in person. In the meantime, you can always contact me at this email, emorgan@gannacademy.org. Stay healthy, and thank you so much for your support. Hasta pronto. Gracias, Leia and Jordan. Muchas gracias. Adiós.
Hi, everyone. I think we're waiting for words from our Dean of Students, Cindy Jacobs.
Hi, my name is Cindy Jacobs. I'm the Dean of Students at Gann Academy. I'm so glad you're here today. I want to share with you what we do in the Dean's office, which includes 2 other deans who are part of a wellness team that oversee student engagement and success. Each dean follows a class for 4 years. We also oversee the advisors within that class, and advisors are an important part of the life here at Gann. When you come, you'll get assigned an advisory, and within that advisory, there's an advisor. That person is your go-to person for all things related to academics, or if you have a question about where to find the hot sauce club, or maybe you just want to talk some things through with somebody. It's important that you understand that there's somebody to go to, somebody that you can turn to. Deans and advisors stay with the class for all 4 years. What's great about that is that we get to develop the relationship with you. So you're not only just seen and heard, but we actually get to know you. It's something that I think really makes us stand out. So teachers know you, your advisors know you, your deans know you. It's really an important thing. One of the other things that we focus on is student voice and student life. It's an integral part of Gann. It's expressed through a high degree of student engagement in all facets of the school. Students, I think, would say that it's one of their favorite parts about it. We offer a wide array of activities and opportunities to get involved. Learning just doesn't happen in the classroom. It happens in so many different areas. Like, let's talk about clubs. It's one of my favorite topics. Just to give you a sampling of what we've got. First of all, any student can start a club. Just talk to our current 9th grade students. They've, I think, started 3 or 4 already. But just to give you an idea, we've got the Environment Club, we've got Girls Who Code, we've got the Hockey Club, the Art Club, Mythology Club. Of course, we have Model UN, a business club, We have something called Yachad, which is a service club, and NCSY, National Council Synagogue Youth for Orthodox students. And as I mentioned, we have the Hot Sauce Club, which is the hottest club in school, no pun intended. We also have the Drama Club. It's really, really fun. Mock Trial is a club that has scored in the top 4 schools of the state the last few years in a row. They are killing it. And what school doesn't have a Grateful Dead band club? Because we do, and they really know how to rock out. It's great. In addition to all these and others, we have a group that started a new club called CAB. CAB stands for Connection, Awareness, and Breaking Barriers. These students saw a need in our community and in our world today and decided to create an organization that contributes to making a difference by breaking down barriers. They address issues of diversity, equity, inclusion, and are committed to really building bridges and increasing awareness. Of course, we have Student Council. Student Council is an organization that's really involved in the school. They make a difference in so many different ways. They meet with the head of school. So they really have an impact too. And of course, there's the multiple publications. Besides the Lit Mag and the Artichoke, our satire magazine, we have a sports paper, the yearbook, again, tons of things. One of the other things I just wanted to share is a way that students also share their voices. We have something called Student Voices. This is where students come up and they talk about things that are important to them. Topics have included mental health, family, life at Gann, what brings us joy, and the challenges and triumphs of being a teenager, all from their perspective, talking to the entire school community. Woven throughout all of this is a sense of student interest, student thought, and engagement, and the knowledge that any student at Gann can pursue what's important to them. If they can't find it, they create it. Look, this is your journey, and the Dean of Students Office, along with the rest of the wellness team, is here to support you, encourage you, and guide you along the way. I can't wait to meet you. I hope the rest of the open house goes great. In the meantime, I just want to introduce some of our great advisors. Next, you're going to be meeting with Brad Ballinger, who is our athletic director, and Rachel Shapiro, who teaches in our history and humanities department. They're senior advisors, and they have an amazing advisory. So I can't wait for you to meet them. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jacobs. Advisory is a really important part of our program here at Gann, and we were going to show you a really fantastic video of an advisory group, a 12th grade advisory group. In the interest of time, because I did promise to get you out on time, we're going to post that on our landing page, and we are going to now watch a video with some of our great alumni.
One thing that's so special about Gann is the relationship that all students are able to have with our teachers. The teachers here really care about not only helping you to find the class interesting and understand the material, but also find what you're passionate about. To me, Gann means so much that I can't fit it in a video.
I think one of the things that Gann has really taught me about leadership is the ability to use the spotlight or use the ability to address a lot of people in a better way. Gann's community is why there's really no place I'd rather be. To me, Gann means the opportunity to explore new things and meet new people.
name is Lisa Jacobs, and I'm a music teacher and the arts department chair at Gann. Our program encompasses a wide range of disciplines, including music, theater, dance, studio, and media arts. And students in our program engage with the visual and performing arts through rigorous coursework, extracurricular opportunities, and frequent exhibitions and performances throughout the year, both on campus and out in the community. The mission of our program as a core academic department is to empower our students to take risks and think outside the box, to confidently explore the world from different perspectives, begin to develop their own unique artistic voices, encounter others with genuine empathy, and to realize their true potential. From 9th through 12th grade, students have opportunities to directly engage in the creative process and develop discipline-specific skills, tools, and techniques. Whether students are just looking to dip their toe into something new they've never tried, or to seriously hone their skills in preparation to pursue their art after high school in conservatory, art, or design programs, Gann education produces confident artists, appreciators, and consumers. Visual arts encompasses both our media and studio arts programs. Our media arts curriculum offers experience in a wide range of disciplines such as filmmaking, graphic design, animation, and both digital and darkroom photography, while our studio arts curriculum includes both 2D and 3D media, such as drawing and painting, printmaking and textiles, sculpture, 3D design, and pottery. Our performing arts courses range from dance technique, improvisation and choreography, to music theory, psychology of music, electronic music and songwriting, to physical theater and acting and directing for the stage. In addition to these courses, students can also participate in one of our performing arts ensembles, which include chamber ensemble, jazz band, choir, a cappella, and dance company. After school, the Red Curtain Drama Club, or RCDC, rehearses for their 3 shows per year: a fall play, a winter musical, and a series of student-directed one-act plays in the spring, affectionately known as Playhem. Students are involved in every aspect of the process, from acting to stage management, costume design, lighting, and sound. Participation in ensembles and RCDC provide hands-on experience in artistic collaboration and performance, reinforcing the skills they learn through their coursework, and vice versa. At Gann Academy, our program reflects our deeply held belief that a well-rounded high school experience celebrates the creativity, meaning-making, reflection, and expression that a rigorous arts education offers. Each faculty member in the department is an artist in their own professional discipline, and we are so excited to share our experience and passion with the next generation of artists at Gann.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brad Ballinger, and I'm the athletic director here at Gann Academy. The mission of the Gann Athletic Program is to instruct, to inspire, and to empower student athletes in a safe and respectful atmosphere in order to instill cooperation, positivity, commitment, skill development, and improvement of overall physical fitness. Through teamwork, they make healthy choices for themselves and for others. Though athletics may look different this fall, we have adapted in order to keep the safety of our entire community at the forefront. At the same time, we recognize the importance of activity, especially nowadays, and have offered numerous ways to keep our students safe while keeping them active. We look forward to the time where we may once again add to our past accomplishments. We have two ways in which a student can participate in athletics here at Gann: our recreational classes and our varsity sports. Our Gann Rec classes provide student athletes with multiple sport options where they are encouraged to select a familiar activity or try something new. All our recreational classes and instructors celebrate physical fitness, movement, relaxation, and coordination development. Our Gann varsity athletics have seen a great deal of success with 51 conference championships over the past 20 years, 18 of which have come in the past 5 years. Individually, the Gann athlete is a shining example of excellence on and off the field. They display good sportsmanship, resilience, caring for their teammates, and dedication during every training session, practice, match, or game. This has led to 42 Conference All-Star designations and 4 MVP Conference awards over the past 2 years. But athletics at Gann are much more than just a score or a conference title. Beyond the awards and obvious accomplishments, we've seen shy and timid students find their voice on the field and gain self-confidence. We've seen athletes improve immeasurably throughout the season through their hard work, focus, and determination. But most importantly, each team at Gann displays their amazing athletic abilities and balances it with an equally amazing sense of humility and sportsmanship towards one another and towards their opponents. Thanks, everybody, and go Gann!
Hi, I'm Rabbi Sarah Meyerowitz, and I'm the chair of the Jewish Studies Department here at Gann. We are so excited that you're thinking about coming to Gann. At Gann, we see Jewish studies as a road for everybody to find their own way of making Jewish meaning in the world. The texts of our Jewish tradition can teach morals, build character, give rituals for observance, instruct laws, and help us connect to the divine. All students at Gann take at least one full credit Jewish studies class every year, in addition to their Hebrew classes. Students also participate in Zman Kodesh, prayer and spiritual sacred time in a variety of modalities. Jewish studies classes cover a range of topics, from Jewish holidays and practices, Jewish history, philosophy and ethics, social justice, gender and relationships, Jewish mysticism, and Judaism and other faiths. And in line with our pluralism, a core principle of our curriculum is student and family choice. We offer Jewish studies classes with a range of approaches. Students coming with strong Hebrew skills or from traditional backgrounds can take our Beit Midrash classes, where they will hone their Talmud and Tanakh skills by reading texts in the original Hebrew and Aramaic. Well, students with less experience in Jewish education can opt into our standard Rhythms and Purposes class, where all texts are taught in translation. All of our classes, whether Beit Midrash or the standard classes, challenge students with skills of close reading, critical thinking, and personal meaning making. So I might be biased, but I really think that students at Gann love their Jewish studies classes. These classes provide an opportunity for deep thinking, spirited discussion, and creative synthesis. Whether building model Sukkot or arguing theology, Jewish studies is a place where Gann students can explore how to make meaning in the world. But don't just take my word for it. Let's listen to some of our students.
In Jewish studies, we learned about our own personal Jewish identity and what it means to us. We also learned how to be inclusive as a Jewish community and as individuals.
I've loved having the opportunity to learn Talmud in a way that I haven't before.
It's been amazing to have the opportunity to have so many amazing discussions with my peers in Jewish Studies class. We just talk about all sorts of different elements of Judaism.
Hi, I am Rabbi Hillel Green, one of the Jewish Studies teachers here, teaching 9th grade Jewish Studies. And in the 9th grade curriculum, each unit, we try to combine a little Jewish life experience with all the learning that happens in the classroom. So for Sukkot, we learned about Sukkot. Then we went outside and built a sukkah. On Shabbat, we learned about all the different rules and customs and rituals surrounding Shabbat. And then most years we have a chance to celebrate Shabbat together as a community. So we really try to have a combination of Jewish life and experience with the learning, the academic learning that happens in the classroom.
Into Gann, talked about, and you get to learn a lot about them and involve it in pretty much all of your classes, and I think that's really great.
I'm Aki, and I oversee Jewish life programming at Gann Academy. A special and unique thing about being at Gann is the opportunity to experience the Jewish calendar in daily life. Jewish life programming is all about making the rhythms and practices of daily Jewish life felt among our community. We do this through celebrating Jewish holidays together, from eating special treats on Rosh Chodesh, the beginning of the Hebrew month, to our all-school Purim celebration, where our students, faculty, and staff come to school dressed in costumes and spend the day celebrating with a carnival, traditional and alternative readings of the Scroll of Esther, and a big festive meal. A true highlight of the year is each grade's Shabbatot, a time when we come together to celebrate Shabbat as a grade. We turn the school into a big family home for one night and eat, sleep, pray, and play in the building from Friday afternoon all the way to Saturday evening. For each experience, we offer a variety of ways to explore. Zman Kodesh, for instance, is a time for spiritual practice, and we do that in a lot of different ways. Some people choose to do it in traditional prayer. Some people choose to do meditation, movement, hiking, gratitude circles, sharing, and also creative expression like art and writing. Our Jewish life programming brings the Jewish calendar to life, offering experiences and opportunities for our students to learn from doing and to experiment with new ways to bring meaning to their own Jewish lives.
Maris, are you excited for the Shabbaton?
Oh, Leia, what's a Shabbaton?
A Shabbaton is when the whole entire grade comes together to celebrate Shabbat and stick with the school and bond as a community.
Oh, wow, that's so fun. I'm so excited.
It is very fun.
The Gann Shabbaton is a great way to get to know other people in your grade and bond with others.
We love the community Shabbatis, which is when we're paired with another person that we don't know as well and begin to make stronger connections with them by asking questions. And of course, we love the ice cream.
Something that I enjoy about Jewish life again is Zman Kodesh. Zman Kodesh is a morning spiritual time where we can choose from a wide variety of options. For example, in 9th grade, I was able to be part of a gratitude discussion circle. In 10th grade, I was able to experience Judaism through nature and an outdoor Zaman Kodesh. And this year I'm in a men's discussion Zaman Kodesh. So throughout the years, I've enjoyed being able to build really strong Jewish communities with my peers and teachers during that time.
My name is Noah Weinberg, and I'm the Jewish Life and Farm Education Coordinator here at Gann. You might be wondering, what is the Gann Farm? What are we doing here? Our goal is to build a vibrant, climate-resilient Jewish community from the ground up. And we do that through facilitating transformative experiences. I want to start with a quick story. A number of years ago, I was working as a camp counselor at a Jewish farm summer camp. One morning, a little hungry, I went out to the farm and picked some sugar snap peas and paused. I took a moment to say the blessing, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, borei pri ha'adamah. Blessed are you, source of life, cosmic majesty, who creates the fruit of the earth. And in that moment, two things shifted for me. First, the natural world was no longer something that was out there in a forest or national park somewhere. It was right here in every bite of food, in every moment of my existence. And second, my relationship to Jewish tradition shifted, because no longer was this blessing just some formula to recite. I was having the experience of the person who wrote this blessing. I looked at my food and I said, wow, there is something mysterious and beautiful and divine and magical happening here. That this food emerged from the earth and is here to nourish me. Let me take a moment and express my awe and gratitude for that. And I've seen these moments of wow, these moments of radical amazement happening this year. When students come down to the farm during breaks and grab a cucamelon for the first time, they say, wow, a mini cucumber that looks like a melon, it's sweet and sour and delicious, wow. The farm serves as a dynamic classroom for students and teachers to explore. Biology experiments, painting, meditation, literature, and Talmud all find relevance here. A new richness, a new authenticity when brought outside into conversation with nature and agriculture. Our Jewish holiday celebrations come alive in a new way through the crops we grow in our Gann Hashanah, our Jewish calendar garden. It's so special when we harvest the horseradish, the maror, and the greens, the karpas, for Seder. The latkes taste even yummier when you dug for the potatoes yourself. We are heeding the Torah's call. In those early moments of human life, God put Adam in the garden with the task, le'ovda u'leshomra, to work and thereby to care for the land. Tikkun Olam is not just something we're talking about, we're getting our hands dirty and doing it. We're taking this grassy field and healing it and getting tons of beautiful and tasty food at the same time. We are building climate resilient community, learning the skills we're going to need. Our Gan Keshet, our rainbow garden, serves as a symbol of our commitment. Just as in the Noah story, the rainbow is God's sign that God will not again destroy the world. Our rainbow garden is our reminder to ourselves and to the divine that we are committed to the sustainability of human life on this planet. I've seen in myself and in my students how when we come outside and feel the sky above us and the earth below us, when we gather here on the land in sacred community with each other, we come alive in a different way. This is a communal effort. All these garden beds were built through the hard work of dedicated community members who said, Hineni, here I am. I want to help make this vision a reality together. I want you to know that you're welcome here. You're invited to come help build this project and build a vibrant, climate-resilient Jewish community from the ground up. Thank you.
Wow. It's been some day here at Gann Academy. The beautiful singing you just heard is our very own a cappella group, The Shenanigans. My name is Wendy Felchuk, and I'm the Assistant Head of School for Enrollment Management and Student Success. It's hard to be the last speaker of the day, and it's really hard to follow all of these amazing people that you saw highlighting what we do at Gann and what makes everything here so special. It's also hard to do this on Zoom, so thank you for your patience with us. We're really grateful that you were able to join us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. As you've seen, there's so many opportunities to learn and grow here at Gann. We help high schoolers become global citizens of the world, to become analytical thinkers, and to gain critical knowledge necessary for success. This is all rooted in our core Jewish values. Whether in the classroom, a music room, a science lab, on our field, or an athletic field, we offer a supportive environment to be challenged, be known, and love school. Our strong commitment to in-person learning has been extremely successful this fall. We are starting our 9th week of in-person school tomorrow, and our students all share how important it has been to be together. We are so grateful to our amazing faculty and staff whose expertise and dedication in and out of the classroom is so profound. Our community has come together stronger now, more now than ever. However, the story of Gann is not mine to tell. It is our students, our faculty, and our families. Beginning this week, you will receive a weekly email newsletter called A Glimpse of Gann, which highlights activities, classes, and happenings at Gann. Now more than ever, we want to show you how special high school at Gann really is. We will have many more opportunities this fall and winter to show you our home at 3334 Forest Street. When you contact our admissions office, not only will we get to know one another, but we will walk you through a virtual tour of our beautiful school. In fact, since we are unable to have visitors this year, you will be the first to see our school. Please do note that our tour and interview dates are filling up fast, so we encourage you to contact us as soon as possible. This is really an important part of our admissions process because it helps us get to know you and you get to know us. A few other important dates we want to make sure you're aware of. Our advisory panel, which we didn't show today, will be on our landing page soon. We also have a number of dates coming up, as you can see. October 21st, you can meet our admissions team. If you have questions about the application process, financial aid, et cetera, we can help you with that. On November 10th, we have a math and science panel, a Jewish life and learning at Gann on November 18th, and transferring, which is really important because we always have a strong transfer cohort, as well as college counseling on December 7th. Additionally, our admissions team is always here to help you. Gina, Ellen, Emily, or myself are always here to answer your questions, schedule your visits, and help you feel warm and welcome here. We also have some key admissions dates that we want to share with you, which are really, really important. Fortunately for you all, the SSAT is optional this year, but our deadline application is January 15th. Our financial aid deadline is February 16th. Our admissions decisions will be mailed on March 10th, and you have to decide by April 12th. So we want to thank you again for spending this time with us today. As you leave, you will hear our wonderful jazz ensemble led by Mr. Ray Daniels. Have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you, everybody.